And Tendi is secretary.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start, yeah, guys. I delegate the secretary to Om Rafiq. I think Om Rafiq is now ready. Yeah. So I will start from the first one. Is my in my card. So I made a task actually. This is about the rebroking calendar on Region 3 property. So the due date is yesterday, and it's already done. I got 16 property already give update to me, and the three other is actually still operating. It is Hyarta. I'm sorry, 15 is giving back to me. The three is still operating. It is Yarta, Utara, and also Rumah Budi Susanto. And there is one actually, Rumah JTH. They don't give any feedback to me. So I haven't put the update here, but I will keep asking them. And maybe Mr. Secretary, would you like to help me to move this to the done? I think it's already done. Okay. Now I'm opening this standy card. This is standy card regarding about CMC.1 BV Ultimate Service CSC program. So the update will be come from me. So the latest update is here. That yesterday I already put comment. This is about COVID fact. This is about information. What is fact and myth about COVID safe about COVID. So why did I want to put this? Because as we are also concerned to the staff safety, I think staff also have to understand about what is the fact of the coronavirus, what is the myth of the coronavirus. So I already discussed with Gani, so maybe Gani will help me will help me working on this, or maybe Gani want to help to make the design of this, because this is also important. So I also make a video training waiting. This is about me villa pondok kill will be done will be due by Thursday. I already text Nadine already text Pak David, because Pak David will be to the cleaning at the day, and also UVH. And the done CSC, we already got Despacito, Taman Kutuh, and Puri Kelapa. As I check from the content, they haven't put any content, any certification yet, because their bandwidth, I think Gani said that, and it's already on Gani progress card in the marketing. We have changed the name. So today invitation I sent to the Utara and Hyarta residents at Jakarta property. So that's I already also attached these two attachment. Actually, it's just data for me, which I can track which property that highest inquiry in May, and also in what is January, February, March, April, and I already put there. So maybe we can put another priority on that. I saw that you put a comment there, sir.
Yes, Mr. Chair. So, Andre, I think with Tendi, you guys should also check. Airbnb also has a COVID safe program, and I believe it's the same as what we do. So it's just a checkbox. So you check it off, and what I understand right now is that if you do not check it, then anytime you get a booking, Airbnb will automatically place a 3-day waiting period between each booking. So every time you get a booking, the checkout date is extended 3 days after the guest actually checks out, unless you tag that you are COVID compliant, right? In there. So now that we've done it for the Bukit Vista side, we need to also check the Airbnb listing for that check. And if you do that, then essentially it will allow you to check in guests like pretty much immediately after the first guest is checked out, right? Or the previous guest has checked out. So just double check in the COVID double check the certification being done by content if it includes that checkoff process too as well.
Okay, sir. Does it mean about is this a program from Airbnb or from us, sir?
From Airbnb. So what I believe Airbnb has right now is they will have a tick box on the listing. And if you do not tick that tick box, then they will assume that you're not COVID compliant, right? And if you are not COVID compliant, every time you have a checkout, there's a 3-day waiting period before you can receive another booking. Now, you can imagine how terrible that would be during peak season when we want to have back-to-back bookings, but we won't be able to get any back-to-back bookings using that system. Okay? So
Okay, sir.
all the content needs to do is just double check to find that certification box and check that off for everything that they currently do for COVID certification. Okay.
Okay. My question is, do we still need update every if there's a booking then check out? Should we click again or it will
No,
be
I
one
think
for
it's
all?
just one time. Yeah, it's just
Oh,
one time.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So it's essentially like it's like, how do you call it? It's like an amenity. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like an amenity box. So they just need to click that. And this is why it's important for you guys to be able to talk to content and make sure that you can find the right people to do that too as well. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you sir, for the comment and for the update.
Sure.
I think that's all the update about this. I hope that I can do the socialization program with Utara Niharta by today. So I'm now opening this Tandy program. I think Tandy is not here. About CMC.2, this is speaker training and futures. The last update is that he will do with Puri Sabina by this week. Oh, I think this is Tandy. Kak Tandy.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I just finished a call with NH.
Okay.
Ya,
No
dia nanya
problem.
tentang check-in.
Okay, Kak Tandy, now I open your card, initiative about bigger training and futures. You have update about this.
Oh yeah, so I had contact the Puri Sabina staff, and then he will schedule it tomorrow. But the time he will reconfirm again. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, do you have any MVP about this for this week?
Currently only the Puri Sabina passed the CSC for and the next to the bigger, and then the other one, the NH Puri Kelapa, is already past the bigger training, and then now they are in process of digitize the check-in.
Okay, thank you, Kak Tandy, for the update. Now I'm also opening this is CMC.3, digitized check-in process from you, Tandy.
Okay, so for this, it's already set up, and then I have the time monitoring until 4 June to pass the property for this training program. So Taman Kutu, Maharaja, NH Resident, and Puri Kelapa, and is already sending the material and then the video. And then I will monitoring the stuff tomorrow, and I will recheck again with them if they already understand or not.
How will you do the monitoring, Tandy, about this?
I will do the video call and then ask some question, and then they have to show us how to check it. So I will train the staff to present their screen on the phone. So yeah, I will see it from there.
Nice.
Thank you, Tandy.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm open this card from Rafiq. This is CMA 1.1, product improvement based on survey. Rafiq, currently, do you have update?
Just wait, because I was the secretary as well. So, okay, this one is, I think it's going to pivot become to finance dashboard survey, right? So that's why I need this one move to done, and then the pivot will going to the finance dashboard on Rian card. Do I have second product?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So,
second.
so now you move the survey is about to how to improve the finance
Yes,
dashboard.
and also on the finance, we will check the picture, the prototype from Bayu. So that's why, because if you seem like me yesterday with Despacito,
Mhm.
they talk about the picture, and I said, this one, the prototype. Okay, that's good. I will check it. So they will going to same like Jing or everyone said. What is the benefit first? We share the benefit first, and then they will interest, and then they will continue it to talk about it. Yeah, that is my update on this.
Okay, thank you, Rafiq, for the update. Now I'm also opening your card. This is CMH 1.0, setting the hospitality standard.
This is no update. I already advised from Bayu. Bayu explanation is very good, and also I make it very long, but Bayu is make it short in. And also Mi Villa, Kencana, and Pondok Kita is agree to use this one.
Nice.
So everything is good. I make in two language. So today I will send to Padam, and I already called Padam yesterday. Padam says very good. So Padam will use it for Pila Arum and Pila Aura. So I will motion this to done, and I will edit little bit on Canva. That's all.
Okay. So now you have two cards are moved to the done. Yes. Jim?
Yes, Jing.
Okay, wait, hold on a second, Rafik. I don't understand why this is done because this is not applied to all our properties yet.
Yeah, because only the MPP, sir. And then
Oh,
I need to make a pivot.
okay, okay. Oh, okay, and then, okay.
Yeah. So the first one to make this done is the MPP, right? And
Nice.
then the next pivot is all the property. That is the pivot.
Perfect. I have a suggestion, Rafik. We have a
Yeah.
new best practice, and I'll show everybody how that works later, actually. So, Mr. Chair, if we can keep Rafik's cards on the board, I'd like to demo how we create a pivot from a card that's actually done. Okay?
Okay.
Shortly after we finish. Okay.
So
Yeah.
now I will keep the two of your card here, yeah, on Rafik. Thank
Yeah.
you for the advice. Now I'm opening Rian card. This is CMA.5 finance dashboard. Actually, Rian is now taking day off. And the last update is came from Om Rafik. Despacito done from the bigger finance. I believe that it's already done juga, Om, ya. Last
Yes.
Saturday, I think. Yes, I think Mr. Secretary, you can tag also Rian to give another update about this card, so we can know about the progress about this card. So now we are cover all about the initiative today. I will move to the discussion management. I will open up first.
Mr. Chair, really quickly about this card 3C for finance dashboard. When I look at the progress paper, it shows everything is being checked off. It's really confusing because I'm not sure if the checked off items have been spoken with or not. So maybe I don't know, Rafik, can you tell me like what this actually means on the list?
With checkout, sir.
On the evidence paper. So the
On the
evidence paper, I see in
Oh.
region 2, everything is checked off, but some things are highlighted in yellow, and I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Is that supposed to mean that the yellow ones we've actually had discussions with, and the checked off ones have been invited, or what is exactly happening here?
This 3C for finance is not like another card. This is will be continue every day. So we still waiting, and we always, because we cannot control the owner one, right?
Yeah.
So we mention them every day. So yesterday we have Despacito. Yeah. The point of this one is this is the invitation for finance dashboard explanation is sent,
Okay.
but it's not replay yet from the owner.
Okay. In this way, I see it's very inconsistent between Region 1 and Region 2. It seems like Region 1, can I just share my screen? I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
This comes back to good written communication. So, what am I supposed to understand actually? Like from looking at Region 2, is everything checked off means that they were invited, and is everything orange represent that they've had a learning session, or yeah, like I'm not sure what I'm supposed to understand actually.
The yellow one already done for finance dashboard meeting, sir.
Okay, and then
The tech one already sent the invitation.
Okay, got it. But in Region 1, it's not like that, right? You see, in Region 1,
Yeah, I'm not sure what this Rian mean about this.
okay, I think as one chapter, we should have one language.
Yes.
That we do things a little bit more consistently so that we understand.
Mm.
There shouldn't be a different system for each one. Can Rafik, you talk to Rian and figure out what will mean what, and that way we will have much more certainty about that. Okay.
Okay, I will comment on this paper, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rafik. Okay, let's go
Yeah.
back to.
No worries.
I'll stop sharing and I will share the board again for everyone. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jim, for the advice. I'm sorry I missed that one. Update about this, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we already covered all this initiative today. I think we don't have to back to the trailer, yeah? We are back to the discussion paper. I will open up that one.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the. Oh, actually, let me look at the discussion paper. This is a thing that I want to have. Okay. The discussion I want to have today is actually on a new research thread. So, would the secretary be able to write this down? The discussion is about how to use. Okay, the question is how do we actually progress as a chapter rather than reinventing the wheel? Okay, how do we progress as a chapter rather than reinventing the wheel? Let me go over to Andre. Andre, what does it mean to reinvent the wheel?
I'm sorry, sir.
What does the expression mean to reinvent the wheel?
To reinvent the wheel. I don't know, sir.
Okay, let's go over to Tendi. Tendi, have you ever heard that expression, to reinvent the wheel?
Yeah. To reinvent the wheel, it's like you make it back. Like what's it called? Like you make it back the community. So rather than that, we have to make a progress to the next level.
Very similar, very similar. Okay, let's go to Rafik. Have you ever heard that expression? Okay. Reinventing the wheel, gentlemen, means that let's say somebody new comes into the team, right? A new person. So then they go back and they do a project that you did a year ago, and they make the same mistakes that you did a year ago, rather than taking what you've already learned and then adding to that. That's called reinventing the wheel. The wheel was already invented 2,000 years ago. So you don't need to go back and make a wheel again and, oh, I should do this for a wheel. What you should do is you should take the wheel and build a car from it, and then you should take that car and build a better car from that car, and so on and so forth. That is the process of progressing the chapter. I'm going to show you how we're going to do it with pivot cards, okay? So the idea of using Trello has this additional benefit. You can borrow somebody's previous work. And how does that actually happen? So what you can do is this. Let's say, for example, Rafik just told me a moment ago, Rafik is going to work on some new pivots. So Rafik can do a lot of, okay, let's take a look at these cards. What? Or not found. What's going on? Oh, right, because we used the new community.
With M double M, sir. Trello.
Big, okay, Com Trello, right?
Yeah, double M.
I did. But we moved the Trello, I think. Oh, wait.
I already updated from on the snippet, sir.
Oh, yeah? Okay. All right. Maybe it's because I'm not logged in.
Yeah, you need login.
Yeah. I'll give it a second to log in. What happened? How come I'm not logged in? Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Sorry. Let me go to a different profile. So what I'm going to show you in a second is essentially how we can reuse cards. Now, the reason why we want to reuse cards is we don't want to reinvent the wheel. If somebody's already had a progress on a project and it shows that it works, then there's no reason for anybody to create a new project to duplicate that. They can just extend the existing project and apply it to others. Let's say, for example, all right, let's remember the product improvement survey. So, Rafik, just a moment ago, you said that this is essentially done, right? Okay, let's take a look to see how well it's done. The hypothesis is that we have product, but we never ask the partners what is the improvement on that product. Now we are looking for the intended outcome, and we will know what the customer needs before we use the product. Have we achieved that goal, Rafik? Have we achieved? Do we know what the customers want in the product now?
Yes, sir. The finance dashboard, right?
Yeah, and we have the results for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but this isn't the finance dashboard. This is regarding the webinar, right? Because the results back are from the webinar.
Which one? My card?
Yeah, this card, right? This card.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
No, this one because my card is regarding to improvement the bigger. What is the owner want to improvement the bigger? And then the people is going to your finance dashboard regarding the webinar, sir.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
This is what should have happened, right? So what should have happened is that when you have a pivot, then you create a new card for that. Otherwise, if you stack all your pivots on one card, then it becomes kind of confusing.
Yeah.
So what you can do is when you want to pivot, this is what you should have happen. You can move this card either to done or abandoned, or you can even create a new list. This new list, what we will call is the gallery of success. So, gallery of success is anything that has succeeded, has worked really well, and you want other people to follow that, right? So that they don't need to reinvent the wheel. So, let's say, for example, do you feel like this was successful, Rafik?
Yes, sir.
Really good. Okay, perfect. So you're going to move this to Gallery of Success, and you are going to then make this a template. Okay, you make it a template, and in the future, when somebody wants to start a product improvement by survey, they don't have to reinvent the wheel. They don't have to go and figure out what kind of web form to make and who to ask and what the distribution method is and blah 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 blah. They don't have to start over from scratch. They can just go over here. They go, okay, great. What I'll do is I'm going to create a card from the template, and boom, right? They have created a new card, and what they will do is they will create their own pivot on it, and they will create their new hypothesis, right? So they'll create a hypothesis. Maybe it's for I don't know, like bigger virtual reality feature that we're going to put in the future. Okay. So then this survey can build on this particular activity can build on all the experience and all the tools and all the learnings that you've had in the future. And we don't need to reinvent the wheel. Okay. So that is an example of how to use a pivot card for a future project. Now, since this isn't real, we need to delete it. Otherwise, some poor person might be like, oh, what's the VR program, right? Similarly, setting the hospitality standards. So Rafik wants to pivot on it again. This one is not actually done correctly because there is no hypothesis, there's no intended outcome on this yet. So this one, the reason why it's not there is I believe this card was not created using a template. If we had created the card using a template, right, like this, then all the necessary fields are there, okay? Let me show you again. So when you create a card, please do not create a card from nothing. Create a card as often as possible from a template. Assume that if there's a good idea, somebody has already found it already, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel, okay? So go here to template card, and then you can just go ahead. If you want to do a survey card, you can use Rafik's card that we just made into a template. If you want to do a general card, you can select this secondary initiative template, go on that, and create a card, and that card will automatically have all the correct formatting inside the card. Okay? So then we need to go back to this card and we need to add that formatting inside. All right, so now that we have essentially that formatting inside, I need to ask Rafik, what was the initial hypothesis? What was the intended outcome of this particular pivot, setting the hospitality standards?
What do you mean, sir?
Well, what's the intended outcome? What did you want to have happen from this particular pivot?
Yeah, they use our hospitality standard based on Airbnb host.
Okay. Who?
The partner.
Okay. Partners will use our hospitality standards based on Airbnb. Okay, great. And what was the hypothesis? What was the way that we were going to get them to do that?
Let's need the advisor.
Okay. I mean, what was your hypothesis? How were you going to get these people? How were you going to get the community to actually use the hospitality standards? What was the method? Yeah.
By sharing our our hospitality and then get a feedback from them.
Okay, sending our hospitality rule sheet and then getting guest feedback. Okay. All right, great. So then the question is, the evidence is how do you turn that down. How do you know that this has worked? What's the evidence?
From the message from partners.
Message from partners. Okay. Okay. All right. Got it. All right. So that is that, and this thing was started. Okay, I'll leave that there as a reminder. And this card got started on May 14th, right? So we can put in the date here. All right. Here's my feedback, gentlemen. Here's my feedback graphic. The hospitality standards are, so you're sort of contradicting yourself, actually, Rafik. You said here that you will know from getting guest feedback. But really, right now, we do not have guest feedback, right? We are just looking at messaging from partners. Ultimately, the only way that you'll really know is not messaging from partners. You need to get feedback from guests, right? You need to be able to see feedback from guests to see if the hospitality standards are being met. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, at lot 6 no, yeah? Okay, all right. So basically, this will take a while, Rafik, and you need to have an expectation that this will probably take maybe up to a few months for us to get that feedback back. Because yeah, I mean, partners can say, yeah, I got your message, but does that actually mean they are practicing the
Yes.
standards? Don't know, right?
Yeah.
You know, like getting a message is very different from actually practicing the message. So remember again, let's go back to the very beginning. How are we giving them this message, Rafik? How did the partners know about the hospitality standards?
I sent the Canva, and then there's only one Canva in Indonesia, sir.
Okay, got it. So you sent them the Canva. Do you know if
Yeah.
they read it?
Yeah, I called them many times. I
Okay.
said yes, yes, and I know it. Why I know why I know they read it, because I'm just asking what is do
Okay,
on the bedroom, and he
sure.
said this one, this one, this one. Oh,
Great.
so you read it, right?
But okay, one more step, right? It's not over yet. So do you know if they actually implemented it? Is it actually being done?
Not yet,
Right.
because I cannot see, right?
Right. Okay. So this project is not finished yet, right? This project needs to have some sort of monitoring, just like the way that I think Tendi is doing for checking if they know bigger, right? Checking if you know bigger can be monitored directly. That's a staff activity. So just show me that you're doing it. I know you do it. But this ultimately is dependent upon guest feedback. Guests will need to say whether it's clean or not, unless we go there and check all the time, right? We might be able to do a spot check from time to time, Rafik. So we'll say random inspection, and then ta 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 ta, and that could be a way that you implement monitoring, right? So that they keep to that standard. Okay, this card I would say right now is not complete yet. Actually, Rafik, the reason it's not complete is because we don't know if it works yet. So if you want to pivot from it, that's still okay, right? If you want to pivot from it, what I would do is I could put this into, let's say, abandoned for now.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I think it's the pivot on my point is the monitoring, sir.
Okay. Okay, great, great.
Yeah.
Then you can put it on done, and then what you do is you make a template, okay?
Yeah.
And then you copy the card again. Okay, so you copy, and you can put it on your list again, Rafik. Okay.
Mhm.
So now you have a new card that goes back up on your list that copies the old card, and you make it into H1.1, setting the hospitality standards with monitoring, right?
Yeah.
And now you have a new pivot. Now you've realized, oh, okay, on the old part, I didn't get this, but I have a new thing that I want to try now. So now you have a different hypothesis, right? Your hypothesis is not just getting guest feedback, but it's also sending out hospitality sheet, monitoring, and getting the guest feedback, right? But when you monitor, you need to have a method. What is your method? How will you monitor, Rafik?
The video call, sir.
With a video call. Okay, so maybe they can bring you through and you can watch and see if the room actually looks like the way you expect it to look like. All right, so then the intended outcome is the same, that the partners will use the hospitality standards, and how you will know is the same. You will know from a message from the partners. You will also know from a video survey, video inspection of the property, okay? And you'll get feedback from guests too as well, okay? And then that's it. That becomes your new pivot. This starts on June 1st, right? And then plan how long do you want to do it for. Generally for a pivot, plan for a week. So that way, if it ends at the end of the week, you have feedback. You go, oh, did this actually work? Did it not work? Did it get stuck on friction? So that way you don't get stuck forever on a particular pivot, which is not very efficient. If you're less certain about it, if you're less certain this will work, shorten the due date. If you're like, I'm not sure if this is going to work, then make the due date shorter. That way, you know, you'll fail fast, right? Rather than failing over
Yes.
like a week, you'll fail in 4 days. You'll be like, okay, this doesn't work. And then pivot again. Come to the group, have a discussion, brainstorm, new idea, and then try a new pivot card. And there you go. Okay, so that was just a demonstration. Thank you, Rafik, for letting me use your particular case as an example. But this is what we do to not reinvent the wheel. This is so important because this allows other people who will succeed your work or collaborate with you to benefit from your work. Let's say Rafik's survey works really well. Let's say his hospitality standards work really well. Let's say content wants to use that now. So then they don't have to go and redo this whole thing again. They can just borrow this card from Rafik and start putting a content angle on it as well. Maybe they want to create a better survey tool. Maybe they, whatever it is, right? They can just use the existing work there. And that is the benefit of Trello, that every work that you've done can be repeated and it can be reused by somebody else, including yourself, for a future pivot. Okay, is that cool? And that's the power of templates. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Chair, for giving me the chance to speak. Back to you.
Okay, thank you. It is basically about how to restart the initiative, kind of like that, yeah, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I understand, and thank you very much for that advice. I think we have another topic here in discussion management. Oh, sorry, let me share my screen first. This one is came from Rafik. Yeah, I believe how do we need to change our communication to a low scale to happen? Would you like to open that discussion of Rafik?
It's not from me.
I think
Oh,
it's
it's
me. Yeah, that's probably
Oh, you
that's
there.
why I didn't label it. So, yeah, this is a great discussion. I think this is important because this is one of our primary challenges, everyone. So we're trying to scale this community and we're trying to scale ourselves. Internally, I think we have beautiful communication right now. We're all very fluent on Trello. We're all fluent on Slack. We're all fluent on using Google Calendar to get. So we have very good internal communication. But when it comes to 3C, it's not perfect, right? It's not perfect because we don't have that attention that we do with ourselves. When we call a meeting, everyone shows up. When we call the community for a meeting, like almost nobody shows up. So this is the biggest friction right now. It doesn't mean that we'll get stuck on it forever. I believe eventually we'll find a solution, but it does mean that it is. I think this is a challenge, right? And this is essentially, I'm just pointing it out so that we stay focused on this particular idea. Community management is about understanding at scale. How do we get millions of people to understand what we're trying to do? And a lot of it is communication. A lot of it is how we communicate, when we communicate, what messaging, who we communicate with. So does anybody have any ideas about what to do next? Let's go to, I don't know, let's back up to Andre to lead the discussion.
Okay, for this kind of discussion, I think what I was thinking, if doing the 3C, yeah, is I was thinking about the owner online attendance. But first, what I was thinking is that we have to know about their schedule first, and then from that we can make an online. I called it like online attendance, like that. So let's say in this 3C program, I have 2 days for the options. Let's say from Thursday and from the Friday. So the owner, if they open that online attendance, they can checklist which day that they. Oh, I'm sorry about my dog. Which day that they can attend. Let's say they can attend at Friday, so they will put checklist on the Friday. So that kind of product, what I was thinking is how to scale our community to come to the R3C program. That's awesome.
Okay, thank you. So more awareness of owners' attendance times. Let's go over to. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm not leading this discussion. Andre's leading this discussion. Andre, over to you.
Sorry, my dog is barking. Okay, I will ask now from Rafik. How do you think we can make this happen to scale our community, especially about 3C?
Yeah, on my side. So mostly they didn't attending the webinar, the finance dashboard, because they feel okay. That is same like yesterday, 2 days ago. I call Kakol. I call Pondok Kita. He said the finance is okay. It's very good because auto payment. I can check it bigger. Why must I attending, right? Because they fluent to use Tokit, they fluent to use bigger, for example. So we need to what is called to mark which honor prioritize. For example, like now, is Kakol is very fluent for that one. Pondok Kita is fluent, Mivila is fluent with with property owner. So the person who was PIC on Tangguh, for example, or Luatu, for example, must know who need to coach this. So the arrow is going to the right hole, right?
Yeah.
That it's not only the broadcast, blah 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 blah. Just I already know the finance dashboard. I already use bigger. We need to know who didn't use bigger, who need help. That's the most important. That is from my side.
Okay, I think about this. I was catching something, on Rafiq, when you said that maybe they don't want to attend this, but actually our 3C program, let's say from the finance dashboard, is everything our have are the benefits, right? So we have to first how to trigger them with our benefit using this now. So I think the problem is in there. If you say that you said that, what's that? Now they're fluent with everything that we have right now. They are fluent with finance, feel okay. But I think from every side that we made inventions new here are having a benefit. So I think we have to show up or highlighting the benefit first about that. But yeah, I do agree with this that we also have to prioritize first, like which property that we need to teach first, we need to coach first about 3C program. But now I will ask from Andy side, what do you think about this? How to
Yeah, I think, yeah, from my side, actually the main purpose of this we scale the communication is to spread out the same information and then same update to our partner, right, or our community. Because yeah, yeah, it might be right if Rafiq said this partner is already fluent and then know, but if they know the update of the feature,
that's
and
it.
for example, like for the finance dashboard, okay, they already got the maybe the last month feature, and then this month we have the update. Where should we put the update? Is it on the maybe on the bigger? There's like a news on the dashboard, like a new update of feature or something like yeah, the something like on the Google Play or something. Yeah. So how the actually what I saw here, the main problem is like uh, how to make they interest or like they make they joe like like what's called like I want to know every update like that. So yeah, actually, yeah, I think the most important is how can we spread out all the same message, all the same information, and all the same idea. Back to Anna.
Yeah, yeah. I was also thinking about that. I mean, how to bait like trigger them to finally use our program is the hardest way. I mean, like we are now setting up a CSE for the preventive of coronavirus, but they don't even give a feedback. I think this is from the communication skill. Or okay, I will go back to you, sir. You open up this discussion. What do you think now?
I think this is great. I think you guys are having a very a visionary discussion and strategic discussion about something that's very fundamental to community management, and I applaud the energy and the passion I hear in this. I tend to agree right now with what Andre and Tendi are presenting at the moment about this idea of if we want to have a community, the community should be involved in what we do. It's not just about bigger or the finance dashboard, it's about innovation. So if we want to, let's say, eventually bring the group that we are managing into the future, then they will need to we'll need to be able to, okay, we know what the ideas are. We look at the data and we know, hey, this works really well. Hey, you should paint your walls this color. Hey, you should do this, right? Some things we have direct control over, like the content, like the pricing a little bit. These things we have control over and we can do good for the property. But other things we do not have that much control over. Should they have floating breakfast set in the villa? Should they have a certain color for their lobby? Should they have a certain maybe messaging inside their property in Russian? So these we need the property partners to actually actuate on. So how do we actually get them comfortable with listening to our advice, with taking what we know to factually work and implementing it in the on-site? We need to have a relationship through communication. We need to be able to meet with people regularly. We need to be able to establish that, hey, look, last time I told you to do X, you did it, and now you're making more money. And that's great. That's essentially what innovative hospitality management means. So in that regard, like if people are skipping out, it's like they're skipping school, right? It's like, I don't need to go to school. It's okay. I'll still get a degree. Yeah, you might still, but you won't come out, let's say, with the best opportunities as somebody who did go to school. So in that particular regard, we need to think of ways to actually, yes, Tendy's right. We need to think, how can we become more engaging? How can we sell benefits and not just sell features? How can we sound more like somebody who wants to help rather than somebody who wants to just talk? So I have a few ideas I want to share with you at the moment to sort of brighten things up. I'll share my screen for a moment again now, Andre. So this is related. This got actually out of content again. So content was creating a press release for Bukit Vista, and they were sending this press release to different news channels. So here's the press release. It's the one in the center. And I want to kind of give you a vision for why anybody should listen to us, right? What the benefit of Bukit Vista is. And it starts here. It starts with, meet Bukit Vista, a property management startup based in sunny tropical Bali with a vision to change the future of the hospitality industry. We're proud to announce an innovative solution that will simplify the lives of property owners and enhance the careers of hospitality workers worldwide. We believe an application will have massive adoption in the post-COVID-19 world as the hospitality industry rises to a new future. Now, many owners of short-term properties will face a difficult choice when they're reopening their properties. How will I afford to pay for workers when I'm not even certain of my own income stream? Furthermore, if you've put managers or experienced talent on furlough, how will you as an owner be able to recover that expertise quickly again? And even then, will old skill sets still be useful in the new climate of travel post-COVID-19? Bukit Vista has a simple solution that can help property owners get back to their feet faster and cheaper than any other solution currently available. We offer hospitality management as a service. You pay nothing when you make nothing, and you can minimize your labor costs with tangible improvements in management and service quality. How? So for 7 years, Bukit Vista has been operating on a subscription model with forward-thinking property owners on the very competitive accommodation market of Bali. We've made millions in revenues for our over 180 partnerships with hotel, villa, guest house, and holiday home owners. We train staff and develop hotel quality service levels for free. Our data science team optimizes revenue through data-driven prices updated daily, free. Our extraordinary team of content artisans craft and reiterate the online presence of our properties for maximum exposure, also for free. Our community managers guide strategy so that our properties remain the most desirable and competitive on the marketplace, free. And a team of savvy accountants keep track of your revenues and earnings and work to keep your income stream strong. All our services are free from fixed costs. Our team works for you. We only take a commission from the total inbound bookings. You pay for performance. It's a fair deal. So today, the innovative Bukit Vista Tools team is releasing an app that brings together all the services at Bukit Vista in a fun and easy-to-use form. The app serves to give owners a clear view of their finances and the quality of service to their workforce. Zooming in, an owner can track every payment they've received and up to the last guest review for the housekeeper. They can zoom out and monitor overall month-on-month revenue performance and the performance index of their cleaning teams. An AI-enabled technology creates revenue forecasts. Complexity is simplified. This revolutionary technology has additional benefits for the massive hospitality labor force looking for work at the moment. One of the primary frictions in the industry has been the enormous resources needed to find quality candidates. What if you could do it in zero time and at zero cost? What if you could skip the lengthy HR process of hiring, training, and onboarding new candidates, but simply hire for services rendered, like an Uber for front office workers, for chefs, butlers, housekeepers, marketing team, sales team, etc. The Bukit Vista app will enable owners and hospitality managers to recruit talent with the push of a button. This recruitment technology works seamlessly with our app, allowing effortless coordination and communication between guests and service providers. At the finale of the experience, the guest leaves a review on an OTA, and the review is attributed to the employees involved in the guest experience, finally simplifying the very difficult task of delivering feedback to the right person, automatically and instantaneously. Reward and incentivize the right employees based on data. With such a feedback record, it becomes simple and effortless to hire the right candidates for your hospitality mission. We cannot wait to get this exciting news out to the world. The innovative model we present today will be the catalyst to bring the hospitality industry back on its feet again. Okay, so that's the idea, right? That's the vision. That is what you sell to the community to get them to want to come. They go, what? I can save money. I can grow my business. It's free. That's great. That's something that I would love to know about. Please tell me more, right? And that is essentially I think the key driving message that we have to get out there. So it's okay. I think it'll take time. It'll take effort. It'll take proven results to show people that, hey, look, we can do this. This is possible. And by coming to more meetings, you discover better ideas, and then you make more fast recovery, and you make more money, and you get on your feet faster. Okay? Does that, Andre? Does that make sense? Does this vision statement help give everything a much more concrete feel and texture?
For me personally, this describe all that, like, you know, the background why we do this, the benefit why you do this, the opportunity, the kind of like that, and it is good word actually.
You like it?
I didn't expect that.
Okay, thank you, appreciate that. Let's go to Tendi. Tendi, your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it, the word, and then it's actually it's like making someone interesting to know more. Like, this is not explain all, but want to make people want to know more. Right?
Yes, excellent. Okay, I just thought of a new line. Big for hotel performance for zero without big hotel overhead. Another benefit, right? Like, you get big hotel performance, but you don't have to have big hotel overhead. Okay, let's go to Rafik. Rafik, what do you think?
Yeah, it's good interest for the owner. It's good. It's good marketing, so it's good marketing, and then it's good word as well. But now is the question from us, mostly the community. Like, we are the sellers, right? Why we are the sellers? We are the sellers. We need to wait the product, right?
The product is already here. Remember, the product has been here this whole time.
Yeah. Did the product is the same like the word said?
Yes, the word is a vision of how it should work, right? The product is going to be, the product is
the improvement.
Yes, the product is, you have to think of it as like a river rather than a final destination. The product is something that you start, it's like a forest. When is the forest ever finished? It never is finished, right? The forest kind of keeps on growing and growing and growing. And the product should too. But the benefits should always remain the same. The benefit should be, with this product, you can do this now. With this product, you can do this now. And that is essentially what we but without the community involvement, without them giving us feedback, without them learning, let's say, about CSC or learning about like how to use these tools to simplify their finances, then it's like the product is there, but the user just doesn't even know how to use it, right? And that's the tragedy of I think what we're trying to avoid. We don't want to have where the product is there, but the user has no idea how to use it, and instead they come back and they say, can you find how, like, can you do this for me again? So we're here not to serve directly. We're here to support the product, and the product supports the community. Okay? So that's our role as a community manager. We support the product supports the community. When we support the community, We're not delegating anything to the product, and then we become busy and we never get time to plan anything. So delegate the product to take care of the day to day, and then we support the product. That should be, I think, the idea. But how do we develop that product? Like what you're doing, Raf. We need to get surveyed. We need to get engagement. We need to get the community to tell us what they really need, so that we can bring them to where they get the most benefits. Okay, so let me break this down. Everybody said, nice words, right? It is, but it's also very structural. I'll show you how this is done. And this is a systematic thinking. So when you want to sell something, when you want to, let's say, describe something, you cannot start from just saying, the bigger is this is this. Like let's say Tendi. Tendi wants to digitize check-ins. You can't just say, hey, look, I want to digitize check-ins. You should do it because I think it's a great idea. No, you got to start kind of like with, let's say, a story, a narrative. You got to begin with, all right, who are you, right? And why should I listen to you? Just briefly. Most of the people that you work with, Tendi, I think, they already know who you are. They know who Andre is. They know who Rafik is. But just in this particular case, why should I listen to you? Because I come to you with a solution. I come to you to solve your problem. Do you have 3 minutes? Let me tell you what it's about. And guaranteed, if you get their attention, they will give you more than 3 minutes, okay? Then, part 2 is you identify your community. You identify your community because you are sharing common ground with them. Do you have this problem? Do you have this problem? Do you have this problem? Great. If you do, then you belong to my community because my community shares these problems. And this is exactly what we do here, right? Many short-term property owners face difficult choices. They face problem A about paying workers, problem B about getting the experience back, and problem C about will they need new skills that they don't even know about yet to be competitive in this new world. If you have those problems, you should listen to me because I'll go to start part 3. Part 3 is the turn and the reveal. Here's the solution. And here's what I can do for you, right? Be specific. I'm going to save you this amount of time. I'm going to save you this amount of money. I'm going to save you this amount. I'm going to give you back your freedom so that you can spend more time doing what you love to do and less time worrying about this type of work here. Does that sound great? Great. It's specific, right? It's very specific to my needs as an owner. Great. Then you have to explain, why are you the best person to solve this problem? Why should I give you as an owner this opportunity, your credibility? So talk about your history, talk about your pedigree. Say we've been doing it for 7 years. Say that we've helped millions of people. Say that you've done all this stuff, right? Because that way people will believe that you can actually do it. You're not just coming up with a fresh thing and you have no way to back it up. You have the experience, you have done this before, and you've worked in competitive, difficult situations, and you create solutions for people. Great. Now they'll listen to you, okay? This is when you start talking about feature and benefit. Feature A is this, benefit A is this. This is what we do here. We don't talk about, hey, look, there's a hotel SLA or there's whatever. We say what the benefits are, right? Why do we have a data science team? Because we optimize your revenue daily. Why do we have, let's say, a team that trains your hotel quality so that you get this for free value, right? Why do we have content people? Who cares that you have content people? Because they can optimize and maximize your exposure on a daily basis. So you're not just telling them what you have, you're telling them what the benefit is. And that's crucial. If they don't understand benefit, they won't listen, right? Because who cares that you have, I don't care if you have 16 MacBook Pros in your office. I don't care that you give away free infused water at your office. I don't care about all that. All I care is what's in it for me. How am I going to get benefit A, B, whatever. And so you link the feature to a benefit. Infused water gives us happy employees. Happy employees work on your behalf. And then you get more stuff done. So then they can see, oh, infused water has some benefit to me. Okay, close the idea. Remind them, how does this sound like to you? Would you be willing to try this today, right? So you're testing them. You're seeing, do you actually understand what I said? And do you actually believe that this will be of some benefit? And you wait to see what their feedback is. If they've been listening, they will tell you, great, this is everything I want to buy, sign me up today. Or they'll go, this is boring. I'm not interested in any of this. And then you go, why? and then you figure out where to begin again. If you figured out that you did not offer if they tell you, I need this, then you need to seek a feature that connects to that benefit. If you're selling this bigger and they're saying like, it's too hard to use, it's too much time, then you go, well, how about if I give you training and I can make you learn this within an hour? Would that be okay? That's a pretty reasonable request, right? So then training supports learning in a quick time, right? Not just, I'll give you training, right? That's empty promise, but what's the benefit? I'm giving you training so that you can learn it quickly. And they've already told you that's important for them, so you know that now the training has an immediate benefit. Okay, you can keep on doing the turn and reveal. Like I did it twice, right? Once I talked about all our services, then I talked about hiring and HR, which every hotel owner knows is a very difficult thing. And I talked about the second reveal was about how it's easy to hire in the future if you use this tool. And this is what Rafik's talking about. The tool should have something where you press a button and you can get front office. Press a button and you get like somebody else. That would be good, right? So you turn and reveal again. You talk about why you know you're talking about, what are the benefits, what are the things. And then at the very end, this is important. You need to ask for a call to action. You need to say, what are you going to do about it now? I've told you about this today. Would you like to sign up today? Would you ask for a consultation? Do you want to get a free photographer to come over and start getting your listing created? This is important. If you don't call to action, then you've spoken and you've talked for nothing, really. You've just wasted your breath. You need to call the action and you need to say, hey, look, at this point, I need you to take action now and tell me what I should do next. Done. So that is the anatomy of how to, I think, actually do this in the future, how to present a webinar in the future, how to present a product update in the future, how to lead a group of people. Rafik's right. We do need to sell, meaning we need to persuade people that this is good for them. And we need to also persuade people that using these practices will be good for them. But you can't sell if you don't know the structure of sales. So this is why I'm sharing this with you guys today, so that you see what the structure is, and then you can compose your own way of telling the story. You can use this. This is great. This works already. But you can also create your own methods to convince people. But if you follow that structure, I'm like Wolf of Wall Street, right? Jordan Belmar. If you do it and you follow this, you will be able to persuade a lot of people that you're right because you understand what they want. Okay? Simple enough? Great. All right, so I will share this document to everybody, and I will talk about this at all hands tomorrow too, so that everybody gets the big picture of where we're going to go. And hopefully this is helpful for persuading the community to come out, learn, benefit. And then when you have, look, this is a feedback cycle. Once you have a person that succeeds with you, where does that go, Rafik? How can you use that case to strengthen your ability to convince more people, Rafik? Let's go to Rafik. Rafik, let's say you've already convinced one owner. What part of the structure should you now use that success story?
Terus I don't get your point.
Let's say, for example, you got 3 people on CSC, right? You got these people on CSC. Now you should have a stronger pitch when you go out and talk to more people, right? So where should you go? What part would you emphasize that as part of your sales structure?
Mostly is what is you can get from us. That is so if we said like if I was a sales, what you can get from us, this is free, this is blah blah blah. That is the key point for me, sir.
Okay.
That's all.
Kind of. Andre, would you like to make a guess?
I think by baiting them, sir.
Okay.
After we showing the other one, after we finish with this one, is showing the other one like, hey, we can do with this partner. Why don't you like that?
Go to your credibility, Rafik and Andre and Tendi. Once you've done it once, you have more credibility, right? You have history. You have pedigree. You've done this before. Other people have benefited from this already. So then it should be easier to persuade somebody. If it's the first time, people are like, I don't want to be the first. I mean, what if it's all a mess and everything? So this is where you can take the people who frequently attend and use that story, use that history to build your case. I've done this already. This person's doing really good. He's COVID safe. he's going to be getting the first bookings now. What are you doing about your plan? What's your plan to get the first bookings? And then they go, I don't have a plan. Well, come and I'll teach you a plan and we will show you how it's done, right? And then they'll be like, yeah, I should come. I should come because this makes a lot of sense. I want to be like that guy. So that's essentially the part where you can recycle and your story gets stronger and stronger each time because it becomes more and more real each time. Okay? All right, so I got to go. But back to Andre. This, I think, is part of the mechanics of how to communicate and persuade and get better at this scale. Because once you have proven that you can do benefit, people will just come to you naturally, Rafik, right? You made my neighbor rich. Can you make me rich too? Right? Simple as that. And that's essentially how it goes. Part 2, quick one. We can use this. This is called Calendly. This is an automatic calendar organization tool, right? So what I propose is, yes, Andre's right. Whoever said we need to coordinate the times, that's correct. But let's go ahead and just coordinate our times first, right? So what we can do is we can go to Calendly and we can create a group meeting right here. And after we create a group meeting, hi, Kiki, we can say owner office hours, right? Owner office hours. And we can create a channel for that, which is BV Scrum. Oops. Okay, this will be a custom Google. Yeah, here it is. Okay, great. And then how do I edit that? Update. What? Okay. What? Event link. Hey, how do I put in the event link? Edit. Fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna write BV Scrum. Okay, great.
Maybe we can demonstrate it by tomorrow, sir. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'll do a demo tomorrow. But
Yeah,
anyways, I just
okay.
want to demonstrate that you can set up this so that you just send the owners invitations in the future, gentlemen, and they can just sign up for whatever day they want. So that way, all you have to make sure is, do they sign up, right? Do they know that they can sign up any day of the week from 5 to 6, right? Do they need another time slot? Okay, let's make another time slot so that we're more available to them. All right? So we have good tools to simplify the invitation process. Let's use these tools. Let's also think about what we say to persuade owners to come to these meetings. Okay? All right. Back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, Jim, for every advice of that. So, no, actually we're out of time. I will just now continue without opening Trello. I will choose the next chairperson is Rian for tomorrow, and I will be the secretary for tomorrow. And today I will already delegate the secretary for the Om Rafiq. I believe that Om Rafiq already write it down. So you guys, if you want to read about the meeting notes today, you can read it by yourself on the Trello board. There's a link to it. Okay, I think that's all. The community today. Thank you for attending and having a discussion today. It's very beautiful. And I'll let you guys continue.
Good.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Bye. All right. Kiki, good day to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Fantastic.
Where's Ara?
I am not sure. I am not Ara's keeper. So
I'm gonna message her then.
yeah, let's go ahead and see where she might be at, and we will apply. Okay, 30 minutes. Okay, let's see. Kiki, are you trying today?
I will be secretary, right?
Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and put that board up. You have a pigeon there.
What?
Is there a pigeon next to you?
No, it's my cat.
Oh my God! That's hilarious. It looks like our cat. Look at Kiki's cat. Kiki's cat looks a lot like the Yeti.
Really?
Yeah, check it out.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, Kiki, show Anna your cat, please.
E.
Okay.
She's so white.
Where did you find that cat, Kiki?
What? What, sir?
Where did you get your cat?
Oh, it's from Bantul. Bantul is near Jogja. Maybe you know that.
Excellent. Oh yeah, okay, very good. Nice. Yeah, you guys have some haircuts. Okay, let's. Oh my God,